if you thought things couldn't get any more buggy, it's about to get a lot worse. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your boy, Vitamin M, coming at you with another episode of Pokemon Silver here. In the last episode, we took down Whitney at the gym in a very surprisingly easy fight. I do say so myself. Gee, I know that one is just terrible. But anyways, in this episode, we're going to be headed off to that weird tree that we got the squirt bottle for. But before that, there's actually something on the national park that you can do here on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays known as the bug catching contest. So if we talk to this guy here, today's Tuesday, that means the bug catching contest is on today. The rules are simple. Using one of your Pokemon, catch a bug Pokemon to be judged. Would you like to give it a try? Alright? Uh-oh. You have more than one Pokemon. You'll have to use Quilava, the first Pokemon in your party. Is that okay with you? So the first Pokemon in your party is going to be your choice for which Pokemon you take into the bug catching contest here. So just keep that in mind. Is that okay with you? Yep. Fine, we'll hold your other Pokemon while you compete. Vitamin M's Pokemon were left with the contest helper. Take good care of them. Here are the park balls for the contest. Vitamin M received 20 park balls, so this is kind of similar to the Safari Zone if you guys are familiar with that, but with some other rules to it. The person who gets the strongest bug Pokemon is the winner. You have 20 minutes. If you run out of park balls, you're done. You can keep the last Pokemon you catch as your own. Go out and catch the strongest bug Pokemon you can find. Alright, so we have 20 minutes to catch the strongest bug-type Pokemon that we can find here. And this is actually a really fun thing that you can do. And you can find some really unique Pokemon here only in the bug-catching contest, which is actually kind of cool. So as you can see here, right off the bat, we have a Butterfree. And I chose to take Quilava with me so that I could get him trained a little bit more. And, you know, we got the fire type on our side, so that's pretty good. Okay. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to be okay. But the bug catching contest is actually pretty unique, and it's actually kind of cool, actually. So, like I said, it is a little bit similar to the Safari Zone, if you guys are familiar with that in some of the other games. But here we have 20 minutes to catch the strongest bug type we think we can find. That, or we can choose to quit the contest from the menu. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, man. You cannot use items also, so that's another thing you got to keep in mind. So poison and paralysis and all that will stick with you unless your Pokemon is holding an item to cure those. 3. Okay. So I'm going to stick with that Butterfree for now, but basically, you can catch all the Pokemon here that you want, but you only get to keep one after it's over. So we just caught Butterfree here. So, caught Butterfree. So it'll say we caught Butterfree because we haven't come to the end of the contest, and it won't tell us, you know, you get to keep the Pokemon you caught here. But there are some new Pokemon that we can find here. So if you're playing Silver version like I am, this is the only place where you can find the Caterpie family, as you saw there with me catching Butterfree. This is the only place in the game that you can find them. And if you're playing Gold version, this is the only place in the game that you can find any of the Weedle family. So, I mean, that's kind of nice. It diversifies a little bit, and Butterfree's going to be tough because that is a Pokemon that gets a lot of nice special conditions. Yeah, so in Gold and Silver, this is actually where we can start catching Venonat. And Venonat is pretty interesting. I already talked about him, but he's kind of cool. You can also catch Paris. It's part of here if you didn't get one in the Alex Forest. So that's kind of nice, but there are 2 Pokemon here that are only available in the bug catching contest that are actually ones you do want to consider. So first up on the list is Scyther. So if you guys remember, well, here he is right now too. So if you guys remember Bugsy Scyther, that thing is pretty good, and it can be a great Pokemon. Scyther is really fast, it can hit really hard, and it's got, you know, it's got some moves to back it up. It's not going to be the best bug type. If you get Fury Cutter and stuff like that, that's fine, but bug moves aren't all that great in this game, to be quite honest. But it is a really great Pokemon, and if you're able to evolve it through trading with it holding a metal coat, you'll be able to evolve it into the awesome as ever Scyther to make it a bug steel type, which is a really awesome Pokemon. It buffs up in defense, it loses a little bit of speed, but it can still hit pretty hard. And you can give it Sword Stance and a whole bunch of nice moves, and it gets that Steel type to really resist a lot of things. It's a great Pokemon. Just the downside is you're going to have to be able to trade it, and you're not going to be able to get the Metal Coat until quite later on in the game, unfortunately. So that's something that can really deter you. But anyways, oh man, I really hope I can catch this thing. But anyways, that's Scyther. Great Pokemon. Really fast, really strong. And then next is Pinsir. Pinsir is another pure Bug-type Pokemon. It doesn't get really a lot of Bug-type moves, unfortunately. I don't think it can learn one, unfortunately. But that's not to say it's a bad Pokemon. It is a really good Pokemon, actually, and I'm about to go down, aren't I, here? Yeah, but our run here's over. But Pinsir is a really great Pokemon. It can really only know the bulk of normal-type moves, unfortunately. But it gets a couple fighting moves, so that's something to consider. It is a very strong Pokemon, though. It hits hard. It's just unfortunate that it doesn't get the bug moves, but it is one you do want to consider. It is actually pretty good. So, with that in mind, now we get into judging. So, I always thought the judging was very, very strange, because I could catch a Scyther, but then the winner would always seem to be a Venonat for whatever reason. But after this, I'll be going over how the scoring works. It's awfully kind of strange. Alright, we have chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? Placing third was Bugcatcher Benny, who caught a Butterfree. Okay, so that's what we caught. Maybe we did pretty good. Placing second was Camper Barry, who caught a Venonat. Okay, hopefully we won. The score was 329 points. This bug catching contest winner is... Wait a minute! Oh my gosh! I never win these things. So, oh man. Okay. So much for the scoring being weird. Alright, the winning score was 341. Oh my gosh. Vitamin N wins prize number 1, which is the Sunstone. This item is hard to get because of this. It's really only available here, but you can get so many of them if you just do it. Please join us for the next contest. We'll return the Pokemon we kept for you. Here you go. So any Pokemon that you chose to hang on to, this is the time where you'll be able to give them a nickname, and this is where they are now officially yours. But any Pokemon you do catch, whether regardless of you keep them or not, if you had not caught them before, their information will be put in the Pokédex. So that's awfully nice. So we're not going to give a nickname to that Butterfree, and we're going to hang on to him. But I'm going to deposit him in the PC. I don't think I want to be hanging on to him. But anyways, I did want to go over the scoring, and I still can't believe I won. That's so weird. But basically, this is how the bug catching contest works in Generation 2. So, how the score is computed is it is the sum of all of the following. It is 4 times the max HP of the Pokemon you are hanging on to, that you have decided to hang on to be judged. So the Pokemon you hang on to be judged, that you hang on to is the one that's going to be judged here. So it's 4 times their max HP, plus the sum of all of the Pokemon's other stats, and then up to 29 points based on the Pokemon's individual values. So this gets into something a little more complicated called IVs. I never really worried about. I never was that big into Pokemon or anything like that, but IVs are basically special stat multipliers or stat values of Pokemon that if you have really high or perfect IVs, you're going to have some really, really good Pokemon. And IVs are tied to their status condition, or not status conditions, but their stats in general. So, getting in that, I don't want to go too far down that rabbit hole because I know it gets kind of confusing, and I'm very confused by it all. But I will just say here, 16 points if half the defense IV rounded down results in an odd number, 0 otherwise. 8 points if half of the attack IV rounded down is odd, 0 otherwise. And then 4 points if half the special IV rounded down. So I guess special only has 1 IV tied, even though it's special attack, special defense. Rounded down is odd, 0 otherwise. 1 point if half of the speed IV rounded down is odd, 0 otherwise. So I think IV is a value that ranges from 1 to 5. I don't want to go too far into it, but I think that's what I remember hearing. And then, as a caveat to that, if the player manages to find a shiny Pokemon during the contest, it will be assured of earning all 29 of those IV points, regardless of his IVs or not. I don't know if there's a tie to shinies and IVs, but oh well. 1/8 of the current HP of the Pokemon rounded down, and then 1 point if the Pokemon is holding an item, 0 otherwise. So with all of this, if you sum all of these, the maximum possible score that you can get is 386. And this is achieved by catching a level 14 Scyther with maximum IVs in every stat, and without dealing more than 7 damage to it. So that's just something you want to keep track of, but it's such a weird... it's just so weird, all the scoring and stuff like that. But your prizes here are kind of nice, actually. So first place, as you saw there, was a Sunstone. That will only evolve 2 Pokemon. That will evolve Gloom into Blossom, and that will evolve Sunkern, which I had said Sunflora earlier. When I went over Sunkern, it will evolve Sunkern into Sunflora. So, 2 pretty okay Pokemon in this game. I mean, Sunflora is just awful. Second place is an Everstone, which is an item if you have the Pokemon hold it, they will not evolve. Do what you wish with it, I guess. Anyways, and then third place is a Goldberry, which is basically a better berry that restores 30 HP. It's basically kind of a citrus berry in the newer games. And your consolation prize, everybody's a winner, I guess, in some sense. If you don't get first, second, or third, is a berry. So just keep that in mind there. So we do have Quilava back. And, wow, yeah, things are looking pretty good. So, I'm going to put Nidorino back out here to train him again. I am hoping to get a Moonstone before it gets past level 23, so he might have to play catch-up. There's an Ice Berry there, heal you from freezing. I just kind of get rid of that, because freezing is going to be really hard to come by. But, yeah. So that's the bug catching contest, and I know it's a really fun thing. My brother and I have always enjoyed doing that, especially for training some of our Pokemon, especially if you get Cyndaquil in the game. It's definitely a nice spot to train some of your lower level Pokemon. It's a really nice feature. I have always really enjoyed it, but I always thought the scoring was weird, because I would catch a Scyther or a Pinsir, and then somehow the winner would always be a Venonat or a Caterpie, and I never understood what was up with that. Oh well, but it's always nice when you get a Sunstone. It's always pretty good. But anyways, we're out here back on Route 36, where we're going to be pretty close to the weird tree as we come across that here. But there are some new Pokemon on this route that we can actually kind of talk about now. So here you can still catch Nidoran, both Nidorans, female and male, in Gold and Silver. But there's a new Pokemon that's available to us only in Silver version, that is Vulpix. It is a Fire type. It's a pure Fire type that evolves with the use of a Firestone. Its highest stats are Special Defense and Speed, which is kind of interesting. It's definitely not as good as Growlithe. I think Growlithe is by far the better of the two, but Vulpix is pretty meh. It's not that great. Oh, Poison Sting, I want that. That's going to be awesome. I will get rid of Tackle if I have Horn Attack. But Vulpix isn't too great, I would say. It's okay, but I think Growlithe is the better choice, and there's definitely some better fire types or some fire options, even if you just have Fire Punch. So that's pretty good. But before I get into the next Pokemon here, this is Schoolboy Allen. This is somebody you really want to get their number for in Pokemon Crystal version, as this guy will call you to give you Fire Stones as a gift. So make sure you get his number in Pokemon Crystal. But he is only going to have a Tangela here. So not a hard thing at all whatsoever. And plus we're a poison type, so we resist any of his grass type attacks. This is going to be pretty good. So last Pokemon on this route that's new is actually Stantler. So Stantler is a normal type. It's actually pretty decent. It's really not that bad. It's a pretty good Pokemon, honestly. It gets some pretty nice moves. It gets Hypnosis, Takedown. It can be a little more strategic with things. It doesn't hit as hard as Miltank or Tauros, if you guys are familiar with Tauros at all. But it's pretty decent, actually. It's not that bad, I would say. It's one to consider, but there are going to be some better normal types. But if you want to have maybe a little bit of a challenge or try something new, Stantler is definitely a good choice. So, yeah, I mean, Stantler's pretty good, honestly. It's not too bad. Yeah, so we're just taking down Schoolboy Allen right here, and that's going to be it. Double kick? More like single kick. Got him. So we're going to be all squared away there, too. So I'm not going to ask for his number here, but we'll see what's up with that. But this weird tree right here... No, I want Flaffy out front. Come on. This weird tree out here. Let's see what's up with this guy. It's a weird tree. Use Squirt Bottle. Sure. I'm going to use the Squirt Bottle. The weird tree doesn't like the Squirt Bottle. The weird tree attack! So this is actually a Pokemon here! This is Sudowoodo, which is gonna be level 20 right off the bat, which is really nice, actually. And this guy can present a little bit of a challenge, but he's not too bad. So Sudowoodo is a pure rock type. It is not part ground as much as, you know, you might want to think he is. I always used to think he was. But he is going to be very slow. But he has a pretty nice attack stat to him, honestly. He's really not that bad of a Pokemon. He's pretty good. And good, I didn't kill him. Some of his pull comes from the fact that he is very much a Pokemon based on the idea of Mimic. So he will know Mimic, so he'll be able to copy whatever the last move you used and then use that against you. So that's something to consider. He also naturally learns Rock Slide, which is a fantastic rock move, if not one of the best rock moves in this game, period. Oh shoot, not Flail. Flail is a move that hits harder as you have lower HP, but hopefully I can catch him here. He's actually a really nice Pokemon. He is very slow, but he can do quite a bit of damage. He's something to consider, and he's level 20 right off the bat here, so that's something not to take lightly whatsoever. I have used him before in Pokemon Coliseum, and honestly, he wasn't too bad. I think he's definitely a pretty cool Pokemon, so he's really something to consider. Hopefully we can... Oh my gosh, am I gonna have to use my Lure Ball? Okay, can try to lower his stats. So, let's try lowering his stats, and then maybe we can catch him in a Lure Ball. I don't know if this is gonna work. There goes Nidorino. No. Yeah. If you do say no, you'll try running, and that's never a good idea. Let's try Bellsprout. Maybe we can get some Flash going. No! Come on! Okay, good. Alright, nice. That's going to lower his accuracy, so that's pretty good. So we got that going for us. Nice. Yeah, he comes with Low Kick, too, which is pretty cool. I think Low Kick is... I think in this game it's based off of the Pokemon's weight. I don't know when that change happened, or if it always worked that way. But Sudowoodo is a pretty good Pokemon. I really like its design and its whole gimmick. His whole getup that he's got going. I think it's a pretty cool Pokemon, to be honest. And Bonsly is not actually a Pokemon in this game. Bonsly was introduced in Generation 4, so this is a Pokemon that doesn't evolve. So, yeah. Okay, so let's send out Quilava. I know it's got Rock Throw on its side. Hopefully he's not able to lay that down. So let's get some more Smokescreen. Alright, so hopefully this is enough here. But I know this is going to be probably a little bit of a longer episode. I wasn't really counting on that, unfortunately. But, oh well, I'm sorry about that, guys. But, you know, hopefully you're being entertained. Hopefully I'm giving you a good laugh one way or another. So I think that was number 2. So it's good. Rock Throw missed. He can hit kind of hard, especially I have had Sudowoodo here take down Quilava quite a number of times before. It's not fun when that Rock Throw does land on him. Okay. Oh wow, okay, he was actually able to hit Flail there. Ooh. That hurt. Okay, so Leer is down. Leer's done all its work. So can I do any more Smokescreen on him? Okay, no, I can't. All his accuracy is all the way down. So that's good. So I think it's now or never. Alright, we're gonna catch him in a Lure Ball. 1, 2, 3. Oh no! We're so close! Oh no. Alright, I just have to kill him here. That stinks. I'm out of Pokeballs, but oh well. If you do not catch Sudowoodo here, he will show up later. There's only one of him, whether or not you do catch him here, but he'll... Ralph, what could it possibly be? Dude, that's great. Cool fish sucks. Don't care. But I think that'll be it for this episode right here. Sorry this one was a little longer, but next time Pokemon Silver, we head north over up to Critic City, which is going to be throwing us for a little bit of a mystery. But like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be seeing you guys in the next episode. Vitamin M, I'm out, dudes.